chosen vessels. What's the deal? It's Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. Shout out to the galactic family. I need every chosen vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right into it, y'all. Stop telling bad spirits your good news, especially if they don't deserve to hear it and will downplay your achievement. Hey, stop telling bad spirits your good news. When you tell a bad spirit your good news, they immediately start to go to work. They go to work on how they could try to undermine that success of yours. They see you trying to achieve. The moment you tell somebody that doesn't wish the best for you or that has a negative attitude toward life, it may not even be towards you. Some people, they don't want to see you win because they're not winning, and they don't want to see anybody win. Some people, it's personal. They just don't want to see you win. But there are some people out there, they got it out for everybody. So that's why it's good to not take any of this personal. If somebody usually doesn't want to see someone win, it's because they're not winning. And there's no age limit to being a hater, unfortunately. You would think that most haters would be older, because you would think that, well, common sense or just my own knowledge would just tell me, even though that's why we're not right all the time, but my own knowledge would tell me, okay, if somebody is older than me and I'm ahead of them, then maybe that's why. There are people who are older than you that are living in a cardboard box that wish you the best and don't give a damn about what you got going on with your life, right? So that's not the case. There's somebody that's in third grade or fourth grade with their whole life ahead of them, all the technology they know how to use. They probably could even start making money if they really wanted to, if they were on it like that. Out here in nature, got to kick these bugs off sometimes. Sometimes they don't want to cooperate. But you all get what I'm saying. There's no age limit or bracket to being a hater. Anybody could hate. The Lord could put a negative, hateful spirit on anybody. Doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter the size, doesn't matter the race, the color, the creed. Anybody could be a hater. Could be somebody that looks like you, could be somebody that doesn't look like you. You know, you think the way they have everybody's mind set up with all this race stuff, you think it'd be every group out for themselves. Not to say that that's happening, but I mean, you think the way they try to program everybody's mind with that race stuff, you think that's how it would be. But that's another deception, because there's good and bad in every race. And there are some people that look like you that hate on you more than somebody that don't look like you, that would hire you, help you, and give you all the opportunity and chances in the world. So you really have to use your discernment and keep your eye open and really be able to discern what type of individual you're dealing with and who you tell your business to. Because it doesn't matter if the person looks like you. They could be white, black, pink, purple, invisible. It doesn't matter if they look like you. There's a noise campaign. Somebody's cutting some grass up there. They don't want me to have as much peace and quiet as I had yesterday. But it just puts a smile on my face because it lets me know that my voice is actually that powerful. See, people hate on you when you have power and when you're stronger than them. When you're more powerful than people and your voice, God put you here to speak. God put you here to motivate. God put you here to teach. God made your voice echo throughout the land. The people in your area aren't going to want to see you succeed. The people in your area are going to hate on you. And it doesn't matter what color or age group. You would think because somebody may be older than you, they possibly wouldn't even care about you. You know, somebody may be 40 or 50 or 60, 70. You think they wouldn't care. But those people will hate on you just as much as anybody else. And hate, like I said, hate does not discriminate. So be careful who you tell your good news to. Some people are out to stop other people from becoming successful. You feel so good about your life, the things that are happening to you, all your goals, all your dreams. You feel like you could touch the sky. But then when you go talk to certain people, they kill that spirit because they don't have that same energy. There are some people who see you motivated and they want to destroy it. You can't even go to work in too good of an attitude or too good of a mood sometimes. Sometimes you have to act like there's a chip on your shoulder. My grandpa said he always acted like there was a chip on his shoulder. And now, as an adult, I see why. I'm not going to totally act like I hate my life, but I'm not going to be walking around smiling in people's faces because that's going to attract negativity and demons and people who are going to want to wipe that smile off of your face. So what I will do, I'll keep my smile on the inside. They can't stop me from shining on the inside if they don't know I'm shining. They still may see my light, but if they're not totally aware of it, if I stay low key, then they may go be preoccupied with something else. Maybe their mind might actually feel intelligent for a day, and maybe they might actually go use that thing called a brain in between their ears, that thing that's sitting on their neck, that big ass head they got. They might actually use it for a good reason. See, my big head, I use it. People could crack jokes, talk about he got a big head, crack jokes on the side. Some people in my family even make fun of my head size, trying to be smart. But at least I use my head. So there's that. But anyway, there are people who want to discourage you and they want to stop you because your success is tearing them to shreds. And some people, they just can't stand to see others win. I know you have the type of spirit to where you would want to see everybody win. You don't want to see people lose, because with all this winning energy out in the world, with all the winning ability out in the world, you would think that people would just want to be successful and leave everybody alone. But that's not the way the world works. There are people out there that just they can't stand the sight to see somebody else make it. And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. So, and as a successful person, as somebody who sees themselves being successful, as somebody who sees themselves being important, as somebody sees themselves improving and growing, and somebody that wants to be their greatest version, you're going to attract a lot of people who don't want to see that happen. You're going to attract people who like you and want to see that happen as well. But there's the flip side to that. There's people that absolutely despise what it is you're doing. And you don't want to focus on them all the time. But you also don't want to tell them any of your business. People are in secret competition with you. And unfortunately, you may not even know it. People are in secret competition with you, and unfortunately, you may not even know it. All right? Excuse me. You may not even know that people are in secret competition with you. And they're in competition with you because they see that God is doing something for your life. They're trying to compete with where they see you going. They're trying to compete with that joy that God gives you. When they get around you, they're trying to act all happy. They're trying to act like their life's not crappy. They're trying to act like everything is going well for them. But what they're really doing is mirroring your life, because they see your glow, and they see you holding back how good you feel. When you work on yourself, when you have a craft, and when you have a dream and you actually work on it and you don't BS yourself, there comes a sense of self that comes along with that. You start to, I mean, you already know you're going to become your greatest version, but you start to transform. Your mind transforms, your spirit transforms, your body even transforms. You start walking up straight, walking up right. You walk with a little swagger. You hold your head up high because you're not BSing yourself. A lot of people walk around with negative energy because they tell themselves they're going to do something and then they never do it. And then it's all these extra files that have been backed up and put in their mind somewhere, and the folder is overloading, and they got all these things weighing them down. When you tell yourself you're going to do something and the day goes by, you have to wake back up and go to work the next day, and you still haven't done what it is that you were supposed to do, you're going to hate yourself, and you're going to hate your life, and you're going to be angry and frustrated at everyone else that looks like they're getting ahead or winning. I've been there, and I'm not even a hater. It's just that when I told myself I was going to do something to make my to change my life and to make my life better, and I didn't do it, and because that's my passion, because it's my purpose, it feels like that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and that creates anxiety. So when you tell yourself, "Yo, I'm going to do this," and when you don't do it, it makes you sluggish, it makes you tired, it makes you go after goals less, it makes you believe in yourself less. So there are people that told themselves they were going to do something, and they gave up because it was too hard. They gave up because they had to spend more time on it than they thought. They gave up because they couldn't just pick it up and immediately become good at it. You know how many times I wanted to pick something up and immediately become good at it, and I wanted to win immediately, I wanted to be great immediately. It didn't happen unless you're a savant. Unless you and like there are some people out there that are savants, and that's all they got, and that's just what God created them to be. God created them to where nobody could touch them with what they do. There's somebody that could look in the room, glance at it, and then they say, draw everything in this room for $1,000,000. And then somebody could actually, with the finest detail, draw everything in that room. There's somebody that could look at a pile of money, or look at a whole bunch of coins and just take a glance at it and add up how many coins there are. Like there are people that can do specific things. There's people that could crack safes. There's people that can, like, somebody could eat glass. Yo, God chose some people to eat glass. All right, there's some people who got y'all think I'm lying, but there are some people out there that got this disease to where they could eat whatever they want and their body breaks the shit down, and they actually have an urge and a craving to eat inedible stuff, but their body can break the stuff down. So it's like you could go eat glass if you want to. You can go walk on hot coals if you want to. You can go scale buildings if you want to. Everybody's got their thing. So once you find out what your thing is, once you become great at it, it's going to give you a certain swagger. It's going to give you a certain style. No matter, even if your clothes are bummy and you're walking around with no car, even if you may look homeless, even if you don't know where you're going in life, if you work on your purpose, if you work on something, if you master your craft at something, I guarantee you your life will change. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to be smart. All you have to do is master something. Take something that you want to do, become great at it. I don't care if you're not in the NBA, but you want to be the best dribbler. There's people out there that could dribble a ball, spin it on their head. And with today, street performers can make more money now than ever. Street performers don't even gotta beg. All they gotta do is get real nice at what they do, have somebody pull out a phone, and then they get $1,000,000. I mean, they get 1,000,000 views for like 12-second reels. So it's like whatever you want to do, all you gotta do is be nice at it. That's the way the world is going. That's the way it's always been. But now with phones and with technology and with new ways of making money and everything instant, like why aren't you making money? Why aren't people doing what they're supposed to be doing with their life? Right? There's I saw a professional faller. Somebody just, yo, it's my purpose to fall. It's their purpose to fall. This dude is a professional faller. He falls on Instagram, on YouTube, and makes money. The world has changed. So whatever you want to do, you can go do it. If somebody is out there famous and rich because they are a faller, all you got to do, and you know how many people are going to go copy that person? I'm going to fall. Like, you have to find something unique. You have to find something that you can do. All right, it's different when somebody wants to be a music artist. Somebody can go out and be a music artist. If you want to go copy that professional faller, you best be one of the best. You better fall better than him, or you better you better make your falls unique. Okay, you better fall from something that won't hurt you or take your life. Okay, we're not. Don't fall from nothing. You ain't gonna say I told you to fall from nothing. Don't be no professional faller. And if you do, you use you discretion that is advised, and you've been warned. I wouldn't fall off nothing if I were you. Keep your life, okay, and keep your health. But the thing is, Y'all get what I'm saying? You could be great at anybody. There's professional climbers. Yo, there's some man. I remember I was over my grandma's house watching TV. It was me and my brother, and somebody was doing professional ironing. This was back in 2000 when everything was extreme. They had extreme ironing. All right, there was a point back in 2000 when everything was silver. All right, and the PT Cruisers was popping. Everything was silver. Okay, in 2000, everything was silver. All right. You can argue with me if you want, but I agree to disagree. I just remember everything being silver. It was 2000, and I just remember everything being real extreme. All right, because everything was extreme in early 2000s. Okay, it was all extreme back when they had the big Mac computers with the big ass back. All right, it'd be all of them was different colors. You had the green, the blue, the pink. All right, everything was extreme. So they even had extreme ironing. People jumping off a cliff, ironing clothes. Whatever you want to do, become great at it. Go do it. All right, and do it the best. All right. You know how many people open sandwich shops? You know how many people like there's food. How many different ways you gonna make a sandwich? Somebody said they're gonna make it a different way. Somebody over here, they already got, what are you gonna keep? You gonna compete with McDonald's and Taco Bell and all these other restaurants? And somebody already got a restaurant open. What are you gonna open up another restaurant for? Why are they gonna come eat with you? But you don't know you got a whole elaborate scheme, marketing, food. Ain't nobody gonna do it like you do it. That's why they want to discourage you. You have a vision in your mind to do things the way nobody else did it. It doesn't matter if somebody else did it before already, because you got a whole different outlook. You got a whole different creative process on how to get things done. That's why you got to stop telling bad spirits your good news. People know you have a different way of doing things. People know you're lucky. People know you got good energy. All right. People know that whatever you touch is going to turn to gold. People know that whatever you do is going to become successful. All right. I remember I was in Florida. I gave this homeless man some money. He was sitting outside. It was a homeless vet. He's sitting in a wheelchair. I said, "What do you need, man?" He's like, "What are you talking?" I said, "What do you need, man?" Can I get some cigarettes? I went there, bought him some cigarettes. I got him some snacks, some juice. I got him a sandwich. I went and got in there 2 packs of cigarettes because they cost different in Florida. They got the 305s out there, and they weren't as expensive. All right, so I got him 2 little purple 305s or whatever. Shout out to the Floridians. I got this man. I was in. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I was at, but I was panhandling it out. You feel me? I was in the panhandle. Well, I wasn't panhandling shit, but I was in the panhandle. All right, and because God loves me, I don't never gotta beg. You feel me? All right, I know my money consciousness, but look, the man, after I bought him all that stuff, he was like, "You're lucky," because I went back to the store. Had to go back. I was feeling real creative that day. I had to go back to the store for some more creative supplies, and I got my supplies from the store. And this man was like, "You're lucky," and I think I threw him a couple extra dollars on top of that. Don't you know that after I gave this man some money, everybody copied me. And this man, well, he was sitting out there with $100 in his. I think he had $150 in his hand. Somebody gave, big ballers. When the chosen one donate, people people come far and wide. How much did he give you? He gave me $5. They're gonna pull out a $5 million cashier's check. Hey, they're gonna have a celebration. It's gonna be 2 women, 2 scantily clad women, shaking it on them. They're gonna pull up a Corvette. They're gonna have some new legs for them. They're gonna have an operation table. We got a new operation for you, and you won the jackpot. All because you gave him some money. That's really how I go. Because it's like I just gave him $5, and I came back. He had the whole store sitting outside with him. He was like, "You're lucky." And I was like, he was like, "You should play the lottery." And I'm like, I really ain't understand. I was just like, okay. I mean, I just gave you a couple dollars, but like, thanks, dude. I'm like, I already know I'm lucky. I got God with me. He's like, no, 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 no. I mean, yeah, but he's like, you're good luck, man. And I was like, okay, thanks. I'm confused as I don't know what. I was just so confused by that. But then after a while, it hit me. I was like, oh, because when I left, I think when I walked in the store, somebody even gave him some more money. Like, they was going to come back and watch me. Like, that's all they did was just sit at that store and wait for me and watch me. Like, when you go to little stores like that and you live close and in proximity to folks, and it's a big, small town, that's going to happen. But, yo, you can't tell people your good news. Okay, you can't tell everybody your good news. Not everybody is feeling good. When you're a chosen one, you're going to feel good. These demons, they don't feel that energy. That's why they walking around feel bad attacking people. And if you tell them your good news, they'll attack your good news. I wouldn't tell these people nothing. They will go to the utmost length to try to stop you from doing what you need to do. They'll show up at your new job. They'll show up at your new living place. They'll find out where your girlfriends stay. They'll go out to eat where you go out to eat. Don't tell them about nothing. Stay super mysterious and stay super low key. Don't tell a soul nothing. Even I don't care if it feels good, if it's something small. I don't care how small, how insignificant you may think it is. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, because when you have good news, if you tell it to a bad spirit, you think a bad spirit wants to hear what you have to say. It's a bad spirit. Like, I know when you're at work, I know you may need somebody to talk to. I know you may be looking for a friend. All right. A lot of people, a lot of empaths and chosen ones. All right. We have a little bit of codependency. Some of us, if you don't have that, God bless you. Some of us have a little bit of codependency. Some of us growing up, we didn't get as much love and support, not to say that that's a bad thing, and not to say that people were total monsters, but it's like when people aren't like really, when you walk into your crib or you get around people and people act like they don't see you, that's a little something that's confusing and that's strange to a person. When you see somebody else walk in the same room that you just walked in, and that person is greeted and everybody speaks to that person, but they all wait for you to speak to them and acknowledge them, but they want to act like they don't see you and you're not there. So people like that, when people have that type of setup, you can't tell people like that your good plans. When people have narcissistic, bipolar, narcissistic, borderline personality issues and disorders, you can't tell them the good that you desire, because some people, they want to keep you trapped around them. Some people, they know that if something real good enough happened to you, that means you ain't never going to be around them again. That means you ain't never going to see them no more. So I mean that like some of your good news people hate because they know that's the end of their abuse. Like some of your good news, they know that they, like, if you tell them, they're gonna turn up on that abuse because they know that you're about to leave, or you're not gonna be around them as much, or you about to ghost them, or you about to go no contact and never speak to them again. They know it, because that's why they try to break you down, and that's why they try to discourage you when you tell them good news. They hate your good news. They are demons. Just like you don't want nobody to bring you no bad news, you better not bring them no good news. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. What was that? The evil witch, evil wicked witch of the West from the Oz. That was one of my favorite movies, man. I used to love that movie. I still do. The Oz. That was a great, 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 great movie. Probably about to go back and watch it after this. But yo, you can't tell people your good news. You gotta look at them people like Eveline. Would you tell the evil wicked witch of the West your good news? No. Would you tell a evil person your good news? No. Would you tell your good news to the devil? No. If God, stop telling these devils what God is telling you and what he's showing you. They don't deserve your presence half the time. So what you have to do is just have to get more comfortable with yourself. You have to get more comfortable being alone. You have to get more comfortable being in the presence of people and not saying a word to them, not dealing with them at all. Bugs flying in my eye. All right. It's bugs. I feel like that news reporter. He said it's flies out here and stuff. But yo, yeah, you can't tell these people your good news, man. Can't tell them your good news. Can't tell them your good news. Can't tell bad spirits your good news. All right. And repetition is for teaching. So the repetition is for teaching purposes only. All right. You can't tell these people, yo, goodness, because they're going to hate. They don't want to, some of them don't want to see you do good. They want to see you stay in the same position. It doesn't matter how many months you were down. It doesn't matter how many bad years you had. It doesn't matter how broke they saw you. They want you to stay that way. And they'll do anything in their power to keep you that way. So when you tell them things, man, these bugs is tearing me up, but I don't care. When you tell them things, it's the devil. When you tell them things, they're not going to want to be happy for you because they want it to be them. They want to be better than you. All right. When you go around people and they look everywhere but at you, and then you have to say, hi, so-and-so, how are you doing? Those aren't your friends. They're jealous of you. Your friends will look dead at you. Your friends, you might even have to look away from your friends. That's a real friend. When you and your friend looking at each other, y'all smiling, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be looking back and forth at each other, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, because that's a real homie, that's a real homegirl. I'm not saying you're gonna be staring them down like you're in love with them, but y'all know what I'm saying. You're gonna be like, hey, that's my guy, hey, that's my homegirl. You know, you'll recognize real love, real love. You'll recognize real friendship when you see it. You real recognize real, man. I done been around a few real people before, and then the energy, it wasn't nothing like it, man. I met probably like 2 real people, and it was within the last year. No, within the last 4 years, I met 2 real people. It was when I was working at this plate factory at AJM. 2 of my boys, man, they was real. You feel me? And I ain't even gonna say their names, but they know who they are. I met them at this plate factory out where I was doing my thing at. You know what I'm saying? We was all tight knit, close. You know, they were cool people, still are. And you know, they was just there for me. You know, they was cool. They appreciated me. They ain't judge me. They ain't look at me like I was crazy. None of that. You know, and it was just all love. You feel me? So there are people that are going to be supportive of you. When you feel the love from people, when you feel you could tell somebody something, tell them. Don't just go telling somebody your business just to talk to them, because they're probably like, if you don't judge whether you should tell somebody something and you just tell them just to be telling them, you don't want to do that. Stalker alert. But keep your business to yourself and stay low key, and don't tell people your business, because people are nosy and they don't have anything else better to do. They don't have anything else better to do with their life or their time. And when you're chosen, people are going to be into your business a lot more than other people. They're going to be nosy because they're going to be bored, and they're going to use your life as a TV show because they don't have anything else to do. Like this guy right here, he just waved to me, and I'm obviously not looking at him, not talking to him, and he got on the same color that I was wearing earlier before I even left here. So, like, when you live in areas like this and when you're popular, people are going to be watching you. I don't even like to use the word popular, but people are going to be watching you, and they think they're mysterious, and they think they're being like a spy, or they think they're smart, but they're really slow. They're really wasting their time. They don't have anything else better to do. So when people pop up the same place as you, don't be alarmed. When people show up the same place as you, wearing the same color as you, don't let it bother you. These are just people who are bored. They're trying to be mysterious like you. When you keep your business to yourself and you don't tell anybody anything, they like to act like they know about you more than you. They like to show up the same places as you, wearing the same colors you wear, doing the same things as you, copying you, ordering the same things as you. You go there to eat, they gonna be there too. That's why you keep as much as you can to yourself, and you don't tell people nothing, because they're gonna use the reason why people ask so many questions is they're planning on using it against you. And you think you should tell people like this your good news? If you can't even go for a walk without somebody stalking you wearing the same stuff as you before you even changed, like before you even left, you know, like you're gonna want to just mind your business and just stay to yourself. So it is what it is. It's probably the same person from yesterday, but either way, like, no matter what, if I walk on that side, somebody usually meets me on the other side. If I walk on the dirt trail, it is what it is. These people watch us and they stalk us, but we don't care. We just keep it moving because we're covered by our blood and we love God, and we don't really focus on them for nothing. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Just keep your business to yourself. And when you have good news, I wouldn't tell nobody until it happens, because then it wouldn't make no difference anyhow. Because there are some spirits that just want to destroy what you have going on because they don't want to see it. So if you want to keep seeing the good things in your life, if you want to keep being positive, and you want your dream to unfold without any disturbance or without any haters trying to meddle your plans, I wouldn't tell them. This has been another DrewTube special. I'll see you all in the next video. Shout out to everybody with good plans. Shout out to everybody that got good things going on in your life. Shout out to everybody who keeping it low key and keeping everything to themselves, especially their plans, their goals, and their dreams, no matter how friendly these haters may seem. All right, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. I'll see everybody in the next video. Routine maintenance. Hit the like, hit the share. Don't forget to subscribe. This has been another DruTube special. I'll see everybody in the next video. We out.